Hi, everyone. Welcome to Clutch Entertainment today, and we're going to be talking about living in the present today. A lot of times we are always focused on what we did in the past, what we did in the future, what we can do the next hour, the next day, the busyness of our lives. Um, I'm just overall going to talk about just a number of things, regarding, being present with ourselves, being present with others, and I myself even struggle, being present sometimes. It's always something else we got going on, always something, we got to do, and, spending time with other people is something that's kind of difficult sometimes. So let's get right into it. So first off, I'm going to talk about, limiting your time with yourself, like giving yourself some time each day. So each day you should set a time frame where it's just you and yourself, and maybe God, and just taking a few minutes and just being present, like looking at, don't look at the time, don't look at, like, the date, don't go on your computer, don't go on your phone, like just finding a place and a time each day, at least 15 minutes where you can just be like, I'm present. This is where I'm at. What am I doing? Where am I going? Like that's the big thing, being present is figuring out ways that we can just be in the moment. A lot of times people have issues. So if you have anxieties, you're worried about the future. And if you have depression, you're worried about being in the past a lot of times. So like when you have anxiety about something, you're just like, "Oh my gosh, it's coming up. I don't know what to do next. I'm scared. And you have whatever issues or feelings or whatever causes you to, not be present. And then, like I was saying with the depression being in the past, you're focused on, man, I messed up. I'm a fool. I shouldn't have done that. You know, those two things right there take you out of the present. And being in the present is like a very important thing, like I was describing before. It's something that you want to just sit there and realize, like, I have this gift, like I'm here, like God put me here, like I'm just by myself. I'm talking to you right now. I'm engaging with this podcast and I'm giving you a message, and that's the big thing, like me realizing in this moment where I'm at and what am I doing, where am I going, like those are the big things that we have to figure out. And then now I'm going to talk about, being present with other people. So when you're present with other people, we can start off with like people in public. So people in public, when you're in a conversation with someone, don't pull out your phone. Don't start trying to look around other places. I mean, I'm guilty of any kind of stuff like this. I mean, I think we all are, but it's just focusing on what the person is saying, not always just having a response like boom, boom, boom. How you're communicating. Or if you're just walking by people, like making eye contact. Don't make like I'm gonna kill you eye contact, but you want to make eye contact like hey, what's going on, or what's new. Um, that's the kind of thing about being present, is focusing on what you're doing in that moment. If you're going in public and you are just like, I gotta get my project done, I'm just focused on nothing, like you're focusing on like something on the future. So like you're focusing on like, I gotta get this done. It's good to have productivity. It is. But when you're ultra focused like that, don't just pass all of these things by, like people that walk by you or opportunities that walk by you. Like if you see something, take yourself out of that mode for a second, that I'm busy or I gotta finish this project. Like take yourself out of that and put yourself in like a present moment. So if I see something, like say somebody needs help, for example, in public, and they're like, I'll give you an example here. So I was going to Subway for my lunch break one day, and I was just like, I got to make it go to Subway and then come out and, get back home because I only had like 15 or 20 minutes left of my lunch break. So I drove up there, and this lady looked at me. She gave me a look, like, kind of like, look at me weird. And I was like, okay. And all of a sudden she's like saying, hey, can you help me? Now, I could have done two things. I could have been like, I'm just focused on what I'm doing. I'll just walk by. I don't really care. Or I could just be like, okay, what do you need, ma'am? So what I did was I decided to be present in the moment, and I said, what do you need, or what's going on? And she goes, can you help me up this step? Because there was a step between the parking lot and the sidewalk there to get onto, like, to get to subway right there. So I ended up just walking up to her and then sticking my arm out, and then I helped her up. And she's like, thank you very much. I said, no problem, no problem. But if I would have been like not present in that moment, if I would have been like, I don't really care, you know, I would have just walked by and, you know, she would have been struggling still. She would have just been waiting there like, I can't do this. I don't want to fall down. Like, she was an elderly lady, and, you know, when you're older, like, you can't always like do everything the way you used to. So, yeah, just focusing on the present and in that moment and being able to help someone, that really helped me out. Another example is, you know, when you're working each day, you're working with either a coworker, a client, someone that, you know, needs some assistance in some way or some form, your boss, you know. When you're in those moments and you're talking to them, I mean, and you're doing something else, like, you're not being fully present with them, and you're focusing on what else you got to finish, what else you got to do. Like, it's all about your future. Like, you have those anxieties, like, I got to do these other things, but I don't want to be present for you. You just want to be in that mode, and you want to be able to, you know, talk to them about what they want, you know, ask them what's going on, or if they say something, you respond. Don't be like, yeah, I'm working on this, and you're just still typing on your computer, and let go of what you're doing. Like, that's the biggest thing with our lives. We're always in a go 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 mode. Like, sometimes, like, for me, for example, this is kind of unrelated to, like, I mean, maybe it is kind of related to being present, but like, I've been busy the last couple weekends, for example, and I've been like, I just want to relax, you know, I just want to have one day where I don't have to do anything. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just having one day where I don't really do anything. I can just stay home and I can do my podcast. I can read. I can watch something. Like I'm trying to be present for one day and just do what I need to do, you know, get all my household chores done, you know. That's the big thing for me. Like, being present for yourself too. Like, not just like for others, you know, you got to be present for yourself. And if you're always like go 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 go, like I was saying before, it's just not healthy for you. It's just not how we should live our lives. It's not what we need to do. And our purpose is to serve others. And being present is a big way to serve others. So now I'm going to go into like about helping your family, you know. If you want to be present with like your family, for example, you know, it's not about like calling up your brother, your sister, and being like, or they call you up, for example, and they need help with something. It's not about like, you need to come over here because you're my brother or sister and I need help. You know, if you legitimately want to help them, you can. If you are busy, you legitimately have, like, I would just talk to them. Just be like, if they need help with something, for example, and they ask, hey, can you help me? You know, if you can help, I would help. But if you can't help and you have something else going on, just be honest. Like, look, I have this going on and I'm just, you know, I'm here for you right now. Like, I can be present for you right now. If they need help with something, like, not necessarily like needing you there, but they just want to talk, you know, be there for your family. You know, if you can stay, like, even if you're busy and you got to do something, like, in a few minutes, like, talk to them on the phone for a few minutes. Give them, you know, the present time and the present moment, because they're reaching out to you and they want, you know, they want you. They want your presence and they want the assistance they need. So being present in that mode, like with your family, you know, because your family loves you no matter what. Like, there's times where your family, you know, may not agree with you or may not like you, but like it's about finding ways to be with your family as well as being able to communicate and being able to be present with them in each moment of your life, because your family's with you for your life. Friends come and go. But your family's always your friend, and even if you have a bad relationship with a family member, I would advise, even once in a while reaching out to that family member, even if they don't respond, just give it a shot, just be like, hey, I'm, not doing a whole lot right now. I was wondering if you wanted to talk or chat, and that's about being present. It's about, going there and being able to be with that person. So I would say that that's the big thing with family. And then lastly, what I'm going to talk about is being present with God. This is a common thing that, not a lot of people practice. It's like people do practice it, that are like religious for the most part, but we don't really practice it like complete entirety. And what we need to do is be consistent with it. For example, like each day I dedicate 30 minutes to prayer time, but sometimes I get distracted in the prayer and sometimes I focus on other things and I'm not being present in the moment. I'm not giving myself fully to God and I'm not giving myself fully the attention, and you need to give attention to God because he's the one who created you. He's the one that brought you into this earth. He's the one that has a plan for you. And yeah, so like for me, for example, like I am present with the Lord when I go to church, when I like to pray, like, by myself, with no distractions. Like if I have distractions, like it's really difficult to concentrate. Also, like, besides prayer and going to church, it's also about, seeing God in others. There was a few weeks back where I went to a friend's baptism, and he's got a stepdaughter that's 5 years old, and she got baptized, and I could see like how happy she was, and I could see God in her as a child, like being able to be present and see that excitement and see that presence of God with that person, because we can see God in other people. When other people do actions or other people are present with others, that's being a witness, and that's how other people show that they're being present. But overall, like the big thing is, you just want to focus on your presence in whatever you do in your life, jobs, relationships, friends, family, any other thing, even with yourself, you should have it sometime. I'm not saying be selfish and focus all your time on yourself, but we should really focus on what matters, and being present is what matters in our lives. It's what brings us joy. It's what brings us, contentment. Focusing on the past gives us, depression, like I said. Focusing on like, oh, I wish it was still like this. I wish it was like, yeah, that makes you, upset, Or like if you focus on the future, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do? Like what's coming up next? Like that gives you anxiety. So being present is the big thing in our lives. We should focus on that, and we should push ourselves to that goal. So if you have any other comments or questions you want to put in the comment section below, you can do like I said before. And if you can like, subscribe, that'd be great. And if you have any comments on additional videos, just let me know. So thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks.